Scotty.
Madi wa mkoma wangu.
Ndiri kufara zvokuti.
Mafara ni
Ende kancane yazini muchati joina kumbaje. Muchati joina zvenyu kumbaje because muri kuti takadhakwa tiri kupenga. But zvese zvamuri kutaura it's parts of resistance. Wait. No, handisi kureva mbanje dzekusvuta, ndiri kungoreva kuti the craziness of non-violent resistance. So what's happening here is kuti pavanhu vanga vachicontribute two boy anodiwa champion, you all are speaking from different parts of resistance, but to know kuti where does this part fall, and before that part comes in, what needs to have happened and how do you get people to get to that point. It's the how, as Anodiwa asked, but how are we going to do it? And Tuboy was very right, but the military will come, but for it to come, there are certain things that need to have happened for them to actually say, we want to negotiate. And the negotiation position is already stipulated in resistance. You disagree on where the information comes, here too bookish, and what, but kancane, you are getting there. And one day, you are going to get tired of asking the same questions, and you will do the research on your own, and you will land at the same result that a lot of people have already landed, and that is the process. So, tichimbopikisana, if I try to explain right now the how that you want and whatever, it will come into disagreements and people say this and people say that, but I will let this happen and say, this is part of the process. But unfortunately, we are doing it without doing the homework first. Do the homework. You know where your thinking ends. You know where your experience gives you exposure. But now, because you are limited by your exposure, your experiences, and how you can think, you then find out other information. And you land at the same point that some of us have already landed. So continue. Muchasvika zvenyu. Vamwe vanonyanya kuicriticize ndimi muchange makutomhanya nayo mutoti apa ndipo chaipo ngatidai. But dei kwakuri kunzi vanhu vanongoteerera. Maingoteerera even if you are not convinced, and join the process, because the crucial part on how to get people to gather in their numbers, the numbers that people are now starting to throw here and there, such a number, it's been discussed here. How to get there, it has also been said here, but people don't want to do the hard work. And individuals are doing the small work individually here and there. And when you see things coming up together, you'll be shocked. Where is this coming from? Work would have been done. Not here online, of course, but through the hard work of other people. We have dedicated, we are going to take it slowly, be patient on the people, understand that people might not understand and disagree, but be patient and walk through with them. It's a process and everybody needs to go through it. Tichasvika handi izvelo imboti muruda kuitisana naro mumbonorovana naro, kana marohwa ikoko madzoka muchadzoka motijoina kumbanje mubva mati maiti kudini musuya.
I think people don't understand the teachings. I think we need more teachers on Gabi. You cannot blame people also. They need my teachers. I know what teachers.
The teachers are there, Scott. The teachers are there. It's the student that wants to disagree and debate with the teacher, and that's a problem. The teachers are there and they have taught before, and people will get to understand, oh, okay, this is what they meant.
But at the same time, we must understand people who are oppressed, they want to, they would have border out of you. You cannot expect them to keep quiet. They have to argue because
and it's part of the process.
This is not
what
like
you are saying.
My students are in my classrooms or
exactly, Scott.
Anything. People try lots of strategies. So if you coming out, you're only a Bori teacher, obviously there's something you have to be patient with people who maybe oppose what you're saying, even though you are a teacher.
Exactly. Scott,
And
urikuona zvawataura right now. Someone has also gotten to that point, and because they got to that resolution, they thought, let me just share with other people who might want to teach as well, to say, guys, understand that these people are oppressed. They will act like this because of that. So be patient with them, blah, blah, blah. And they've written it down. So if you also write it down, people will then say, oh, you are just reading, whatever. But you have come to that resolution somehow through your interactions with people and whatever. But you would think it's better for me to put it down so that someone who's not in the conversation can read it next year and understand, good, no, this is part of the process. So we'll get there. We'll get there. We are not yet hanzi natsvangirai muri kuti muri kutambudzika. Hanzi muri kuti muri kushaiwa muchashaisisa. Tichasvika zvedu patichati kusafa ndekupi. And it needs to happen. People need to be walked one by one, holding a hand kusvika tasvika ipapo. And people might say, oh, it's too slow, we need to do better and whatever. But trust me, that's the way it goes, and it will work. And it will work like answer in general. If it doesn't work, we'll make it work, and you will see. You will see the results. Don't worry.
okay, I just want to reply this email first. Then, Steve K, what do you want to say?
No, can I say something to
Oh,
Ongapi?
okay, go ahead. Then we go to Steve K. Then,
How would you say no?
huh? The co-host, the co-host,
I
and
no
Steve K.
let him go through. Maybe hear something, Benny.
No,
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
joking. I'm joking. I know. No, I'm just kidding you. Go ahead, Anadio.
Okay,
I'm
that's
good.
fine. That's fine. You know what? I remember that when Jesus Christ set up his disciples, sent them to the upper room. The upper room was a place where the new movement was going to spread. And Peter, with the other disciples, they elected a replacement for Judas Iscariot. But there was somebody who was really carrying the torch. He was not amongst them. And Peter struggled to accept Paul. He was taught under Gamaliel, understood the laws of the Jew. And when Christ struck him for the purpose, they couldn't accept him. Is it a repeat of the resistant groups that whoever rises from anywhere is not a resistant member unless he is under the known group? Ongabi, this is direct to you. Out of the convictions of understanding resistance, I took all the books for resistance, supplemented, read the other ancillary literature around resistance, believed I understood resistance very well. I was told you don't know anything about resistance. Even when we speak, it's like we are robbing from somebody else, something that's in the public domain. And I have argued that Zimbabweans' potential for resistance is on the edge because they have resistance over a century. But that knowledge is not relevant because maybe the book is for 1991. Is that how we should interpret resistance? And this should help us to understand going forward. Because honestly, the way we prescribe, sometimes we just stand up and say peaceful resistance. That's a chosen strategy. But that's not the only resistance. We can employ other strategies that are completely different. But if it doesn't come the way you explain it, there's nothing to it. And when we even have the potential to just roll the stone over the hill, we will still say that that stone cannot roll because it's not me. I'm citing the example of the letter we read written by Tafi about President Chamisa running on 3 Rs: reset, rise. and run. Those 3 arrows that he is putting on the ground. Can we have resistance using Chamisa's momentum? Will the resistance team accommodate or position him to set resistance in motion? These are true questions. It's just like when Scotty says, why don't we get into ZANPF, divide it, get membership that comes to plan with us? Somebody spoke something roughly. He said, if you take Triple C and they give it to Emerson Mnangagwa, it can become the noise of the town in Zimbabwe today. Is it that Mnangagwa is good? Bad as he is, but he is organizing on the operation of people of Zimbabwe. So organizing is a skill that we probably need to put on, accept we need to take away those shortcomings and they push hard on something. He did. He took over Triple C. He placed Chabangu there. We all know about it. He took MDC. He placed Ngonzora there. We all know about it. He did that in Mnangagwa. We all remained crying. And we can't take that away because he did it. And he is running the nation. In preparation, he was preparing for Cape 3. He fired MPs with no fault because he just wanted his people to be there and they used the parliament as his instrument. He did it to oppress us. Why are we not undoing it to free the people? And then we spend all the time. And I'm thinking this freedom was not fought by Herbert Chitepo. It was fought by common people. I'm not minimizing Herbert Chitepo. He was there as a think tank. But he engaged, he convinced the people that the work of Joshua Nkomo, the work of Ndabaningi Stole, was worth following, despite the label that was put on those people. Was Zimbabwe not won in 1979 through the election? Muzorewa got the majority vote. Ian Smith got the minority. So the vote would have brought Zimbabwe, whether we like it or not. It would have brought Zimbabwe. Ian Smith would have been disabled by legislation. But we didn't choose that route. The route we chose is the same route which is applied on us. Otherwise, independence through the gun is the license that they got to oppress us. The last statement on Gabi. Tell people at what stage do we need negotiations? Because the language, the moment you mention negotiation, it has been condemned. It doesn't exist anymore. Yet a complete strategy ends with that. At what stage? Maybe your language, people will be able to understand that when resistance says, now we need the table, people will not be shocked. What table? This guy is condemned negotiations, condemned discussions with his own people. But now they are talking about it. If I were Nelson Chamisa today, one thing I would do is, if you want to live together in Zimbabwe and you want a peaceful resistance to move on in the country, don't threaten my people. Let him use that language. Don't threaten my people. Let him use Moses' language. Let my people be free. And then people can organize. People can meet in villages. People can do whatever they want. But without that opening statement as a negotiator, as a stakeholder with near 2 million people, it will give leverage to this resistance plan. But if we buy him from even engaging the people, from bargaining for the ground that he should have, where do we go?